Hello, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI with me, Get Daved. We're on our way to Albrook. I'm not sure why I'm even showing myself walk this way. That's more like it. Welcome back, everybody. So, Albrook's pretty much unchanged. I'm not sure why I'm running around up there. They sell the same things. People say more or less the same things. Okay, well that one's new. That was a bad example. And we're visiting the port. Yeah. Nothing new here. Time for our first effort of cooperation with the Empire. Another general, huh? Oh! Oh! Hey, fellas. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if she wants to talk to you right now, Locke. That whole doubting her and taking Kefka's word over hers. General Leo's holding a meeting with me. Being refurbished. Well, that's good. Good to hear, Shadow. Yeah. I think trust was a very important thing to her, and Locke's lack of understanding on that, or lack of accommodation to that, has had a fairly negative impact on their relationship. This is Cella's actual theme, which I'm sure you'll recognize from the opera. Wasn't that like that, Locke? You were her only friend. Some people have commented in the comments section that they wish the game went more in depth into the relationship between Locke and Celas, because it's always very subtle and understated, and it's always communicated through scenes like that, or Locke just choosing to rescue her. The catch is, that's what makes it good, and if you're telling a story well, you won't give people just the right amount, you'll give them one less than just the right amount, so they still want a little bit more. I'm not saying that shortchanging is good, but you always leave a little bit left so there's a future. Gives you hope that the characters are going to go on. You got it. Also, in the Expert version 2 patch of the game, they added an extra love scene between Locke and Celas and trying to close it up and really strengthen it. It did not make the game better. Okay. Yeah, the writing wasn't that great anyway, but I don't think that could really be done right. The relationship's more defined by what isn't said. I don't know if funny is the word. That's not strictly true, General Leo. At least you knew better. The important thing with Terra is also not to realize that she's specifically talking about romantic love. You'll recall she does not remember being loved by her parents. She only knows the whole. Shadow's an interesting character in this regard. I just found that so heartfelt because there is still a soft side left in Shadow, you know? A pang of remorse for turning into the man he's become. Oh, poor landlubber. Thanks for taking the edge off that scene, Locke. It was getting a little heavy. Which? The sound doesn't quite seem right there. Oh well. Deal. Still, alright then. Hey Locke, don't be a douche. Why you gotta act out a hurt like that? And on we go. Now Shadow's equipped with what he had last time, which is terrible. And I stand by my earlier statement that the assassin is more than adequate for him, so... yeah, we'll give him some good stuff here. Get his stats boosted nice and high. And we won't have a huge opportunity for him to learn a lot of magic, but... can at least get him started on something good. Probably Seraphim. And... I'm not going to give him anything too great. Because again, good old Shadow will not be wrong for the longest amount of time. Okay, Chimeras are actually kind of dangerous, so... Good. Problem nipped in the bud. So we got our one token fight in with Shadow. Probably one more. And that forest kind of piqued my interest, so I'm going to check it out. Okay, there's a couple enemies like this on this continent. Baskervores, not terribly susceptible to magic, but pretty vulnerable to physical attacks. There's another one called Adaman Kite. I don't know how better to say the name. They're kind of the reverse. Yeah, you guys do not get a lot of company out here. I like how bizarre the music is. Sure, I'll pick one up for later. Mystery Veil is fantastic, so be sure to pick up at least a couple of them. They'll be well worth it. And I'm also going to grab a couple Gaia Gears, even though it's higher than the Power Sash in overall stats, and also it absorbs Earth Element, which is convenient at a couple times. I'm not going to recommend you equip it on too many people. The Morning Star is a good maybe item for Terra. She's got the Break Blade, but, you know, back row is always good. And, you know, if you like Edgar or Setzer, consider those two items. Let's move on. What? What? That's odd. When you first get your airship, you can come to the Massa, by the way. People are very untrusting and xenophobic towards you. Some good stuff for sale here. Black belt, always a good purchase. I'll pick up one just to have it on hand. And... oh, it's convenient to have 4 wall rings on. We probably won't need them for a while, but for reasons I won't get into. There's a couple areas and a couple bosses where some strategies revolve around having everyone. They're kind of like animals. Well, that's not a great deal. I'm sure he'll warm up to me. Okay then. It's a pretty nice house for a little kid like that. Well, that's odd. Someone just casting magic like that. Heyo! Yeah, right. Boy, you gotta get your kids better at keeping your secrets to everybody. Looks like they're trying to keep a fair bit under wraps. And to be honest, a lot of the time I don't explore this town this well, so I have no idea what's in this house. What is this magic? Not falling for it. Alright, apparently there was nothing to explore. Just enough time to speak with one old liar. Alright, to Old Man Strago's house. He is a cantankerous old man. Also, slightly in denial about his age. Actually, I quite like Strago. His stats kind of suck, but he's a fun character. you liar. Hey, Realm. Realm is Strago's granddaughter. And we'll learn a little bit more about her exact lineage in some optional parts throughout the game. Cat's out of the bag, man. Oh goodness. That's kinda odd. I've heard Interceptor eats people. Well, it could be worse. It's odd that he calls it a backwater village. This is Podunk Nowhere Town. Yeah, right. Alright, and on that note, there's not much else we can do here right now, so we're just gonna go to bed. Because the innkeeper, now that we've talked to Strago, has warmed up to us a little bit. Whenever you only sleep through part of the night, I always thought like the last note should be flat or something. Your sleep's being interrupted. Well, you could get her out. Ah, yes. Shadow has some trouble with sleeping. We'll learn more about that later. Can't become a man like him without a cost to yourself, though. Oh no! Okay, we should help her out. Good for you, Strago. The one straggler comes along. I'm sure one more will do it. Okay, maybe we should just rescue her. We keep so many explosion rods inside the house. Maybe we should, you know, not put them in wood boxes. And in. So Strago's pretty good. His stats suck. And I don't have a Morning Star on hand, so he's more or less unarmed. Mystery Veil, great stat bonuses, but also it has magic evade as well, so that's a plus. Alright, let's go for it. We'll find better equipment for Strago shortly anyway. And in the meantime, got Locke on Shiva right now. And Shadows on Seraphim. My best learning espers. You know what? Strago has an interesting skill called Lore, which is essentially blue magic. So he can learn certain skills from enemies. And the reason why I'm not terribly concerned... Actually, you know what? Let's friggin' waste these guys. I'll show you in the next fight. I haven't summoned an Esper in this entire LP. These guys are vulnerable to ice. Let's give him some ice. Too cold, too cold. So you can avoid some of these fights, but the rewards are pretty good for the relative difficulty, so... Also, not a terrible idea to give Terra a blizzard. As in the frozen treat from Dairy Queen. Give her energy, healthy dose of lactose. There we go. Ice elemental attacks are extremely effective in here, as you would expect. Technically we could give one to Locke as well, but he's got the Hawkeye. So yeah, more damage from Terra. These enemies don't have a lot of HP. I mean, they have a lot by Strago standards, but come on. He's an old man. And I will show you Aqua Rake here. So Strago's got the Lore command. Yeah, I can never get a good fight. Sometimes these guys come in groups of 6, which is a wonderful opportunity to use some of Strago's lore. So it's a special type of magic only he can use. He learns it by seeing it used. So monsters will have a lot of abilities. They'll use it on him or on someone in your party, and then he'll know how it works. Some of them are really good. The classics, Pearlwind and Big Guard are in here. And I think you've seen enough. Actually gotten 2 fights there, no big deal. And actually, I somewhat intentionally didn't give Strago a relic before, but I'm gonna fix that now. I want running shoes so his gauge goes a little faster, and I apparently have already used my only hero ring, so... Gugh. Well, let's go with a white cape or something. Never a bad idea to give someone a white cape. Oh yeah, if you backtrack, all the enemies come back, but I am... Oh, dang it. I'm pretty sure there's nothing in here, except, yeah. Some rooms only contain more fire. And Locke and Terra both gained level ups on that one, and they didn't have great espers equipped. Well, I guess Terra was alright. Guess I'm fighting this guy. I seem to recall you always want to take the right door first, so I'll try to live by that rule. Let's watch this fight, shall we? It's preemptive. Should have killed them all with Aqua Rake, no big deal that I didn't. Instantly, even though Strago has an absolutely terrible weapon, he can still almost one-shot these guys. They just do not have a lot of life. The fact that we're doing way more damage than necessary is going to be great in just a little bit here. Fire Rod, not terribly useful in here, but an Ice Rod, on the other hand, randomly casts Ice 2. If you use it as a weapon, it will cast Ice 2. Yeah, now we're laughing. Now Strago should be able to one-shot anything around here, as you're about to see. Double damage. And a little bit more. Actually, I think Terra's done with that Esper now. A couple more points from Siren and be okay. Alright, and this is the end here, so just make sure everyone's got full HP and get ready for the inevitable boss fight. So lures can't be reflected. That's a nice little characteristic of them. Also, good for dispatching groups of enemies. And I actually think I'm going to morph Terra for this one. Show this Flame Eater who's boss. Alright. In the morph state, Terra's offense is twice as powerful. So yeah, that was pretty good, right? Oh, probably should focus entirely on Strago. Okay. She could probably one-shot this guy, or kill him with an additional shot of magic, but I'm gonna try having my cake and eating it too here. I try not to morph Terra too often, but she is fantastically strong when you do it. There we go. And good ice too, that would be very handy. Well, keep jumping around. Ruh-roh. Dogs. The most noble of animals. He killed 5 of them with only 3 strokes. Now this sort of lines up with how the game mechanics work, but I don't know if adding more smoke is the best solution. Anyway, it was Shadow, so it worked. Next time, everybody, now that we're all okay, we'll continue the story. I'll see you there.